The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm curious because the concern in that email I read seems to be about a defamation suit from Dr. Nasser as opposed to
put that in
protecting
context,
the gymnasts who had been abused.
to put
He's
that in context,
portraying himself as the victim.
in the run-up to the World Championships in 2015, Larry Nasser was still employed by USA Gymnastics, and they had to constantly explain his absences from competitions. Prior to that email, they came up with this cover story, "Can't we just say I'm sick?" So they allowed him to advance that cover story. But with the World Championships coming up, his absence would be conspicuous. So that was the lawyers coming to Steve Penny, the head of USA Gymnastics, and saying, well, we could tell the truth, but it's going to become a really big story, and he might sue us. You know, where in all of that was the concern for Jamie Dancher, Sarah Klein?
And to be clear, once they learned of the allegations, they took months circling around in an internal investigation.
Yeah, they should have picked up the phone and called
the authorities.
Called the authorities.
It took weeks before calling any law enforcement, and law enforcement, the FBI itself, also sat on it for more than a year as they had credible complaints and interviewed witnesses and did nothing with it for more than a year. It got shuffled around from office to
While
office.
little
this
girls
time,
are continuing to be abused.
Before Rachel
during
Den
this
Hollander
time.
and Jamie finally stepped forward and took control themselves and said, we're going to push this issue forward because no one else is helping us.
There were all kinds of warning signs that were missed. There was actually a criminal investigation and a Title IX investigation at Michigan State University in 2014, and he explained it away with this medical defense, which we now know was based entirely on
I
lies.
think as I'm hearing all this, it just gets back to a toxic culture that is also incredibly powerful. And it gets me to thinking about any kid competing at an elite level and how in the world did winning a medal. Medals are great, but this is your lives, and I'm sitting here trying to think how this organization became so powerful that the very kids who were supposed to be living their dreams ended up living a nightmare.
It's not just medals. What happened is it was money. That was the big thing that changed, especially when Mary Lou Retton came along and the '96 Olympics became a huge deal. The amount of money that these folks saw that they could make out of commercializing young girls, young gymnasts, and turning them into superstars
commodities.
changed their perspective. And
So it
suddenly,
was all about making money.
Making money